Hello, hello, hello. We are back for another week of Roxy's Weekly Challenge. I bring my light back over here. I moved it out of the way to take a picture because it was putting too much of a glare. Yeah, it's inevitable. Every time I make something, I make more scraps. And you guys may remember this from last week. Cleaning my craft room. I've never playing with scraps in my scrap envelope. Um, yeah. Anyway, it's it's the life of a crafter, unfortunately. So there will always be scraps, no matter what you do. So for this week's Roxy challenge, you're going to need an image of your choice, 2 to 3 different colored pages, whether it be book page, scrapbook paper, digital prints, whatever. But you want them to be varying in colors because you're going to stack them on top of each other. Because this is a cardstock, I only went with 2 instead of 3. So those will be my layers. You also will need some sort of other page for your writing surface. I'm actually going to get some paper to put on the back of that as well. I didn't think ahead to look and see. I don't remember what book that was from. And I'm not going to dig. I'm just going to grab the first brownish colored paper I come across. Wonder if that would be. Thinking I could make it decorative and put. Okay, thought I had more coffee dyed paper in here, but apparently I don't. So I'm just gonna grab that. That is more yellow than I would like. It is coffee stained, and all these little black dots come from the rust that comes off the pan that I dye paper on. But I'm going to put that on the back of this just to cover up the words underneath, just because it could potentially be offensive to people. So I will cover that up. And then, like I said, you'll need some sort of paper, whether it doesn't have to have an image on the back. It could be words from a book. So something like this, where it's a writing surface and then words on the back or another image on the back, whatever you have. You know, I had this one, I had this one, I had this one. For the sake of my idea journal, I went with this one because I would probably never use this image anywhere. So you will also need 2 pieces of some sort of fabric. It could be linen, cotton, lace, whatever, whatever you'd like. I went over into my even weave cross stitch fabric that I don't use for cross stitch because I'm blind as a bat, and I can't work with this. It's too little. So I use it more for the junk journaling world, doing underlays of like this, of pictures, stuff like that. So let's get started. We're gonna do this one first. And I have my Fabri-Tac upside down and ready to roll. She called these, what did she call these? Flips. Now, a lot of times with Roxy Creations, what she does with her challenges are designed so that you can put them in your journal in multiple ways. You can do them as wraparounds on a page. You can glue it down to a page. You can put it in a pocket. You could, what she did with this today, you could easily turn it into like a mini notebook by sewing a signature into it. It just kind of, it's more like in this case, it's more so of a base. for something future. And I created more scraps. Such is the way. Now, yes, this is curling, but as you layer more stuff on it, it will straighten itself out. So to this, I'm going to glue this cardstock. I could ink it if I wanted to. I'm not going to. And because you're layering, you don't want to use, your favorite papers, unless it's going to be your top image, because you're going to be covering a lot of it up. There it is. Giving that a good squish down. Okay. Now my image that I chose, this is out of Reminisce magazine. I don't know if anybody that's never seen it. I mean, it's a really old style magazine. I don't even know if they're still in publication. I actually got a whole stack of them from my mother-in-law. So I went through and cut out images that I liked and stored them away. But, I don't know if you can tell, this picture is very wrinkly and crinkly. That's because the magazines were well loved. Get that a squish down. This is going to be a short little video because I'm only going to make one of these. It's not exactly in my style of journaling, so I don't know that I'll make a bunch of them. I mean, obviously, if I'm making a journal for somebody and I'm like, oh, you know what would be really cute? I'll have that idea book to refer back to. Okay. Now, your back page does not have to be the same size. In my case, it's not. I meant for it to be a little closer in size, but, it is what it is. So here, I'm going to lay one of these down, figure out about how far out I need to do glue. Okay. I'm going to glue a little piece of fabric down. Come down here, do the same thing. And because I'm going over fabric, I should have done, if you're going fabric, if you don't want the bleed through, you should really knock down the surface of the glue. And that just keeps it from seeping through is all. Put a little bit more. A little bit more. I'm going to turn this over. I forgot to account for the fact that my back page was smaller than my front page. So hopefully those will line up. Okay, so you want to flip this over, but you don't want to put it real tight like this. You want to leave just a little bit of a gap there. Because that gives you options. If you put it up flush, then you limit yourself on what you can do with this little flippy thing. See, and I forgot to squish. See, and then I get the bleed through. So it goes down to about here. when you open it up, well, you shouldn't have that much of a gap. Whoop. Okay, well, it's going to have that much of a gap. That's all right. Now, that piece stuck really well. So then when you open this up, you've got choices. You could put this, okay, so signature page. You could put this, so this is a signature in a journal. You could put it like this and put it as a signature page. This gives you space to sew. You could make signatures and sew it in and turn this into a little booklet. Or you can leave it just as it is, and then you have your writing space and a writing space, and then something decorative to slip into a pocket. Or it can be a clip-on, which I'm going to clip it in with a paper clip simply because I did not make a pocket and it's my idea book. So I don't want to further utilize my stuff to make pockets to put stuff in. So you could clip it this way, right? And just clip it in like that. You could clip it like this on a page, right? You could glue it down and then it flips open, in which case you wouldn't have to worry about this back piece being decorative. Just glue it down. You could glue it as a pocket. And then you have a flip with writing space and writing space. I said you can make this into a booklet itself, put some signatures in there, stick it in a pocket. So many possibilities. But for me, and for the purpose of my idea book, I'm just going to paper clip that in there. So just something super simple this week for her. I'm waiting for Gail to get her Scrappy Saturday to come around so that I can do my Saturday scrap busting. Scrap Busters has already dropped her video for this week. Hers comes out on Thursdays. So hers is already here, and I'm putting my supplies together for that one already. But I have to wait till Gail's video, which goes up tonight. She's 3 hours ahead of me. So it drops at 11 o'clock my time, which is why I'll be doing them on Saturdays, regardless of anything else. So that is it for this week's Roxy's weekly challenge. Super simple. And so stay tuned for future videos as well as all the other ones that I'm doing. If you didn't see my community tab, I have my new wooden puzzle box as well as my next miniature dollhouse kits that came in the mail today. So I will be getting started on those and uploading those videos as well. In addition to my Tuesday night live with Minnie Maker, my daughter, doing the Marguerite Miller challenge. And sometime, we will have an unboxing of unclaimed mail. Our boxes are currently stuck in transit because of the weather. So when they get here, we will do that live as well. So hit that notification bell and stay tuned. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I will also put my Minnie Maker's channel in the description box. Please sub to her as well. We're trying to get her at least to 50 so that when we go live on Tuesdays, we can go live on both channels and help build her channel as well. So until next time, we will catch you later. Bye.